Hey guys, so you know what's better than just one Nikon Z6? Two of them. Let's talk about that in this video. There we go, that's it.
Why did you buy two?
That is a good question. Why did anybody buy two? And that's what we'll be talking about in this video.
What's up guys, it's Project Photography, back in another video, and today now you guys are probably asking a ton of questions like, Zach, why are you buying a second Nikon Z6? And you know, there's a few reasons for it, and let me explain in this video because I want to run through my ideas and thoughts as to why I picked up a Nikon Z6 II over something like even a Z7 II, even an original Z7, or just sticking with my Nikon Z50. First of all, you know, why would I pick up another Z6 over something like a Nikon Z9 or a Nikon Z6 II? The reasoning for that is because this camera still operates incredibly well. I bought my original Z6 back in 2019, so it's been about 3 years since I've had that camera, and it's incredible. And for landscape photography in particular, it's not like I need something really expensive, really something that has incredible autofocus that warrants that upgraded cost. And on top of that, this camera is a really great value right now. I purchased this one for about $700, which is an absolute steal. But you can find them online for $1,000 easily, sometimes even under $1,000, because this camera is out a little bit older. I want to say it's outdated because the Nikon Z mirrorless system is absolutely incredible, and most of the cameras in there actually have pretty good autofocus, pretty good specs, and are very much up to date and current with, you know, the existing competition. I originally had a Nikon Z50 as my telephoto. Oh yeah, by the way, I'm using this as my telephoto second body for my landscape photography. I am pairing it right now with a 24-200. I make a video on that soon, but my original, you know, telephoto camera was a Nikon Z50 with a 50-250. What warrants the upgrade? First of all, I think the Z50 actually creates amazing images, and I love that camera to death when it comes to the body design. The image quality is good, but when you compare it to something like a full frame Nikon Z6, the image quality really doesn't stand up to par with it. You know, we're gonna get incredible dynamic range, incredible image quality, incredible sharpness, incredible clarity, better image quality overall that you really don't see and realize from an APS-C camera. And on top of that, we get stuff like ISO 50 on here. You can reduce down past 100 ISO. And pairing it specifically with a 24-200, it unlocks a whole world of possibilities that simply just aren't possible with something like a 50-250 on the crop sensor body. And on top of it, I always felt like with my Nikon Z50 system that it was very much a replacement camera. Like, it's not meant for the long-term future because I really just needed something lightweight telephoto at the time. And that meant that I really didn't invest into the camera that much. And what I'm saying is I didn't buy an L bracket for it, so it's much harder to take panorama shots like this. Like, I bought an L bracket for my Nikon Z6, the second one I have. And the great thing about this is that when I'm shooting panoramas, I'm able to get that horizontal or vertical orientation and shoot this way, and it's just much easier to use overall. And I really didn't feel like I could invest in my Nikon Z50 system. And now you might be asking, why on earth do you even need a second body in general? Well, when I'm on landscape shoots, you know, hiking, you know, 10-20 miles, having that second body makes shooting landscapes a whole lot more convenient. Because when you're out in the elements, you don't want to be switching lenses out there in the snow and the rain and the dust, and it's just going to mess up your sensor. You're going to get dust on your sensor. The images are not going to come out nearly as clean as you want. Having that second body essentially eliminates that issue, right? Especially with mirrorless, where the sensor is always exposed. You want to make sure that you have that second body so you don't have to actually change out the lenses. You just put one back and you take out the other body. You know, having that telephoto allows you to isolate certain subjects in the actual landscape that a wide angle certainly just doesn't do. A wide angle is meant to capture the entirety landscape, while the telephoto is meant to isolate certain parts. You know, having a 24-200 is actually really useful because now I can cover the entire range from wide angle to telephoto. And for me, when I'm shooting landscapes, I mainly just stick at the wide angle and then shoot at the telephoto if I need to. So stuff in the middle really isn't used. But for that 5% of the time where I actually do use it, it's now an option. And having that second body allows me to do that and facilitate those different options. And now here's the thing. So this camera for me is not something that I'm going to be sticking with in the absolute long term. Right now, it's amazing at what it does, and it does exactly what I need it to do. But eventually, this is for sure going to be replaced with an upcoming replacement to the Z6. So something like a Z6 III with Nikon Z9 autofocus. I think a camera like that definitely warrants an upgrade. Because for me, the Nikon Z6 II wasn't necessarily something that I could see myself upgrading from the original Z6, because when you consider the improvements they made, they were very minor at the best. And for me, warranting that $1,000 upgrade was definitely not something that I wanted to do or was absolutely worth it. This is more like a placeholder camera, but I'm gonna definitely keep it after even that camera comes out. But when it comes to my landscape photography, what I need right now, this is absolutely everything I needed to do. It's not like we're looking for incredibly amazing autofocus, but when that time comes, I can go ahead and pick up one of those cameras and not feel like I wasted a ton of money, because this thing was really not that expensive and I'm getting the full frame quality that I need. At the end of the day, I think this system that I'm going to be having with two Nikon Z6s, with a 14-30 and a 24-200, is going to end up making an incredible combo, because now we're going full frame and we're going all the way with that. We're not really investing into APS-C stuff, and we can be confident the images that we're going to be taking is absolutely incredible, and our gear can get out of the way and let us focus on our photography. So I want to know what you guys think about me getting another Nikon Z6. Do you think this is the right move for landscape photography? Do you think I should have picked something up? Let me know what your thoughts are down in the comment section down below. Anyways guys, thank you for experiencing the world with me. Rate, comment, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.